Zach Roloff, the only one of Matt and Amy Roloff's children with dwarfism, has been a central figure in LPBW since its inception. Over the years, viewers have watched him grow from a shy teenager into a devoted husband and father. His relationship with Tori, who he married in 2015, became an anchor for the series. Together, they have built a life full of love, laughter, and mutual respect. Tori brought a fresh energy to the series when she joined. With her open-hearted nature, bright personality, and authenticity, she quickly became a fan favorite. Viewers loved watching their love story unfold, first their courtship, then their wedding, and eventually the arrival of their children, Jackson, Layla, and Joza. Unlike other reality TV couples who often fall into drama and spectacle, Zach and Tori have maintained a sense of normalcy. They parent with compassion, face challenges with honesty, and rarely seek attention for the sake of entertainment. This sincerity has resonated deeply with fans who crave genuine connection in their entertainment. In recent seasons, Little People, Big World has undergone major changes. The divorce of Matt and Amy Roloff was a turning point for the show, and the subsequent tensions over the sale of Roloff Farms added another layer of discord. What once felt like a unified family working together now feels fractured. Zach and Tori's decision to step away from the farm and eventually relocate from Oregon to Washington was a big moment for the show. It marked a physical and emotional distance from the heart of the series. Though they continued to film for LPBW, their presence became less central, often overshadowed by Matt's ongoing projects and personal life developments. Fans began to feel the shift. Many commented that the show had lost its warmth and charm, focusing more on property deals and interpersonal tension than on family growth. Viewers started turning their attention back to Zach and Tori, expressing their desire to see more of their story, away from the growing negativity that now surrounds the original format. Social media platforms like Reddit, Instagram, and Facebook have been abuzz with fans calling for a spin-off. The idea? A show focusing exclusively on Zach and Tori's lives, following them as they raise their kids, navigate marriage, and take on new adventures in their Washington home. Here are some reasons fans are rallying behind this concept. Relatability. Zach and Tori's parenting journey is filled with moments that resonate with families everywhere. From doctor visits to school decisions, toddler tantrums to bedtime routines, they keep it real. Positive representation. Both Jackson and Layla were born with achondroplasia like their dad, and viewers value the honest look into what that means in a modern parenting context. The family addresses medical procedures and milestones without exploiting the situation, instead offering education and empathy. Emotional investment. After watching Zach grow up on screen, fans feel a deep emotional connection to him. Seeing him thrive as a husband and father is rewarding, and people want more of that journey. Escape from the drama. With other LPBW storylines becoming increasingly fraught with tension, Zach and Tori's segments offer a calmer, more uplifting alternative. Their spin-off could restore the show's original spirit, focusing on love, resilience, and the beauty of everyday life. A spin-off centered on Zach and Tori wouldn't need to reinvent the wheel. In fact, its strength would lie in its simplicity. Fans want authenticity, not flashy edits or manufactured drama. Here are a few themes the show could explore. Raising a family. Following the daily lives of Jackson, Layla, and Joza, including milestones, challenges, and joys. Adventures in the Pacific Northwest. The family's new Washington setting offers opportunities for road trips, hikes, community events, and school life, all rich with storytelling potential. Parenting with purpose. Tori and Zach often discuss the importance of raising kind, thoughtful children. Their intentional parenting approach would be a major draw for viewers seeking real-life inspiration. Navigating health with courage. With their kids facing unique medical paths, the show could continue to shed light on dwarfism in a respectful, empowering way. Building a home. Their journey of settling into a new home, creating routines, and building a life independent of the Roloff legacy adds another compelling layer. To understand the emotional weight of Zach's decision, we have to go back to the roots of Roloff Farms itself. For decades, the farm wasn't just a home, it was the lifeblood of the Roloff family's identity. It was a symbol of perseverance, hard work, and community. Matt Roloff spent years transforming the property into a magical place filled with castles, pirate ships, pumpkin patches, and countless childhood memories for his kids. For Zach, Roloff Farms was more than just a backdrop for his childhood. It was where he learned to ride a bike, build forts, celebrate holidays, and develop a sense of belonging. It wasn't just acres of land. It was the heart of his upbringing, tied deeply to family and tradition. As an adult, Zach envisioned a future where he could raise his children on the same land, sharing with them the same joy and connection he had known as a boy. However, that dream began to unravel when family negotiations over the farm turned into a source of contention. Zach expressed clear interest in buying part of Roloff Farms from his father, Matt. Fans were hopeful this would be a natural passing of the torch, a way to keep the farm in the family. But as season after season unfolded, tensions between father and son became more evident. According to Zach, Matt's expectations and business terms made the deal impossible. There were disagreements over pricing, control, and perhaps a deeper emotional rift that had been simmering under the surface for years. Matt, on his end, insisted that he had to treat the deal as a business transaction, not an emotional decision, which many viewers found disappointing. After all, was a family more important than profits? This breakdown led Zach and Tori to make a huge decision. They would move away from the farm and build a new life elsewhere. In 2021, they relocated to Battleground, Washington. A beautiful town, but one that put physical and emotional distance between Zach, his kids, and the Roloff legacy. At first, Zach and Tori appeared happy with their decision. They bought a spacious new home, documented their adventures, and seemed to embrace their independence. However, fans who have followed the show closely noticed subtle changes in Zach's tone. His remarks about the farm grew more reflective, less pointed. His interactions with Matt, though still strained, suggested an undercurrent of unresolved longing. And then came the real shift: fatherhood. As Jackson got older and began asking more questions about the farm, his grandfather, and the memories tied to that place, Zach's feelings appeared to grow more conflicted. The farm was no longer just his past. It was a future that his children might never fully experience. Among all three of Zach and Tori's children, Jackson has emerged as the one most curious about Roloff Farms. Whether it's watching old family videos, hearing stories, or visiting for the occasional event, Jackson's eyes light up when he's on the property. In one episode, viewers saw him joyfully exploring the pumpkin patch, laughing as he climbed hay bales and chased after his cousins. That moment hit fans, and perhaps Zach himself, hard. The joy on Jackson's face was familiar. It was the same joy Zach had known as a child. But now that experience was a limited one. The farm wasn't home anymore, it was a place they visited. That realization seemed to weigh heavily on Zach's mind. Was moving away a mistake? Tori has always been Zach's biggest cheerleader. Together, they've weathered the ups and downs of reality TV, public scrutiny, and family drama. She was fully on board with moving to Battleground, hoping for a quieter life and some distance from the complexities of the Roloff family. But as the kids have grown, even Tori has voiced moments of doubt. In candid interviews and social media posts, she's acknowledged missing the connection to the farm, especially around holidays and pumpkin season. She's also mentioned how much the kids love being there, and how special it is to watch them experience something that was such a huge part of Zach's life. Though she's never outright said she regrets the move, the subtle hints suggest that the emotional cost of the decision was more than they anticipated. One person who has remained relatively neutral but deeply empathetic is Amy Roloff, Zach's mother. After her own difficult divorce from Matt and decision to move off the farm, Amy understands the pain of leaving behind a place filled with memories. she's spoken openly about her desire to see the family healed and the farm's legacy preserved. Amy has expressed disappointment over how the negotiations between Matt and Zach fell apart, but she's also tried to support both sides. Most importantly, she's been a source of comfort for Zach, providing him with reassurance and reminding him that family is more than just land. The most recent buzz among fans isn't about Matt Roloff's farm decisions or Amy Roloff's remarriage. It centers around something far more personal and intimate: the emotional struggles Tori Roloff might be experiencing with her youngest son, Josia. Whispers of jealousy have begun circulating in fan discussions, and people are wondering if Tori, known for her calm and loving nature, is harboring complicated feelings about her role in the family since Josia's birth. It's a narrative that might sound unbelievable on the surface. A mother jealous of her baby? But when we peel back the layers and look deeper into Tori's life, her emotional state, her relationship with Zach, her struggles with parenting 3 children, and the spotlight of constant filming, it becomes less far-fetched and more understandable. Tori Roloff has always been a relatable and grounded presence on Little People, Big World. When she first came into the show as Zach's girlfriend, viewers quickly warmed up to her sincerity, humility, and genuine love for Zach and his family. Over time, as she transitioned from girlfriend to wife to mother, she maintained an image of grace and strength, even under the pressures of parenting in front of a national audience. Her journey into motherhood began with Jackson, their eldest, who was born in 2017. Jackson quickly became a fan favorite with his cheerful disposition and striking resemblance to Zach. Tori took to motherhood naturally, sharing countless moments on social media in the show about her love for Jackson and how much joy he brought into her life. When their daughter, Layla, was born in 2019, the family dynamic shifted again. Layla was quieter, more reserved, and had her own developmental challenges, which Tori approached with the same patience and love she was known for. But then came baby Josia in April 2022, and the dynamics took yet another turn. On the surface, everything seemed joyful. Tori posted glowing photos, shared emotional captions, and smiled wide for the camera. But longtime viewers and close followers noticed something different, something more guarded in her tone, something almost forced in the way she interacted with baby Josia in comparison to her older children. Parenting 3 children is no easy feat, especially with the added layer of raising children who share the same type of dwarfism that Zach has. It's an emotional and physical challenge that most parents can't relate to, but the Roloffs face it daily. Josia, being the 3rd child, came into a world already buzzing with activity, routines, and expectations. Tori, by this point, was no longer the new mom full of energy. She was a seasoned and possibly exhausted parent trying to balance it all. Many fans began to notice how differently Tori interacted with Josia on the show and on social media. While Jackson and Layla frequently starred in adorable posts with fun captions and visible affection, Josia's appearances often felt more obligatory. Some fans even commented that Tori's captions about Josia often lacked the depth and warmth that she had shown with Jackson and Layla. Was it just exhaustion, or was there something more to it? Then came the episode where Tori opened up about her postpartum depression. She admitted feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and disconnected in the early months after Josia's birth. While postpartum depression is incredibly common and understandable, Tori's candidness also hinted at something deeper: a sense of loss of self, a feeling of being overshadowed, and perhaps even a struggle to bond with Josia in the same way she did with her older kids. This is where the jealousy theory begins to make sense. It's not the type of jealousy most people think of. It's not about resenting Josia's presence or wanting to compete with him. It's the emotional turmoil of watching a new baby become the center of attention while grappling with one's own fading sense of identity. Tori, who once had a close-knit bond with Jackson as the first-time mom, might be feeling the pain of watching that dynamic shift. Jackson, now older, seeks more independence and has bonded strongly with Zach. Meanwhile, Josia's arrival demanded all of Zach's attention and energy, possibly leaving Tori feeling emotionally sidelined. Zach, for his part, has shown immense love for Josia. As a father, Zach seems to have grown more confident with each child. His connection with Josia appears strong, and he often refers to him with an affectionate tone that's clearly filled with pride. But as Zach becomes more hands-on with Josia and builds this new bond, Tori's role in the family dynamic subtly shifts. She's no longer the only emotional hub, she's now one of many moving parts in a busy, bustling household. To fully appreciate the depth of Karen and Matt's wedding plans, it's essential to understand who they are and the journey that brought them to this moment. Karen is part of the extended Roloff family, known for their warm personalities and deep family bonds. Matt, who has become an integral part of the family as well, shares a genuine connection with Karen that fans have admired over the seasons. Their relationship has blossomed amidst the unique backdrop of the Roloff family dynamics and the challenges and joys that come with being part of such a well-known family. Viewers have seen their connection grow, from shy beginnings to a mature, loving partnership that feels grounded and real. The phrase "small wedding" can mean different things to different people. For Karen and Matt, it is a conscious decision driven by their values and the kind of experience they want to have. The episode reveals that both want a wedding day that feels personal, meaningful, and free from the pressures that often accompany large-scale events. In today's world, where extravagant weddings are often the norm on reality TV and social media, choosing to keep things small can be a refreshing and bold statement. Karen and Matt's desire for intimacy means they want to focus on the essence of the day, their love, commitment, and the close relationships they share with family and friends. One of the most touching parts of the episode is how Karen and Matt express the emotional significance of a small wedding. For them, it's not about the number of guests or the grandeur of decorations, but rather the quality of